The sun enters into Leo in its home sign where it is bold, courageous, and confident and takes center stage. Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at some messages for the week ahead. I'm filming this video on Saturday, July the 20th, right before the full moon in Capricorn. So I'm hoping to have this video out to you guys by Monday, and we're going to be talking about some of the astrology as if it's happening currently right now. So I know that sounds a little bit weird, but we're going to get into the messages for this upcoming astrology, obviously with the sun moving into Leo, where it is very bold, very courageous, very confident, at home in its home sign where it feels very comfortable. You could be feeling, a sense of just kind of getting into a space where you feel renewed in a sense as well. And with this energy coming in, we do have a trine to Jupiter in the sign of Gemini. So we're also going to get into that and a lot more messages in this video. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started with these messages regarding the astrology that's coming up. So we have the Two of Wands card here. Two of Wands is forward progression. This could also represent change, dynamics that are sort of coming in that are leading you towards success or new ideas, ventures, progress, things of that nature. The Two of Wands is also fire energy. So there could be like different ideas that are coming in or different aspects of courageousness, feeling bold, confident, allowing yourself to just kind of almost take the lead in a sense. The sun in Leo could be very independent. It's a very independent, very strong energy when it comes to the things that you're working on, the things that you are initially setting into motion. And there could be this very strong, very fiery energy that is sort of helping you to really step into a space where you feel a lot more confident. Keep in mind, again, like I said, the sun in Leo is very bold. It's very passionate. It's very sexy. It's driven towards hard work and dedication, especially in your 8th house of money or other people's money, resources. There could be sort of this deep internal transformation around these themes, with Venus also in Leo in your 8th house, harmonizing the two as well. So in regards to this energy with the Two of Wands card here, you could be feeling a need to kind of stabilize the energy. We also have a conjunction to Neptune and Pisces, which is helping you to kind of think a little bit broader in a sense, a little bit differently, kind of helping you to tap into your creative side and things of that nature. And then we also have a square to Uranus. So with the square to Uranus, there could be almost like a breakthrough kind of moment or a need to kind of not rebel. And maybe rebel. I don't know. Yeah, we have 5 of coins in reverse and the Fool. I don't know why I'm actually doing the cards like this. Sorry guys, I needed to take a minute to kind of figure out exactly how I was going to lay out these cards. But so with the Fool card here, this does represent like feeling a bit liberated, kind of feeling a bit lighter as well, kind of not taking on too much in regards to like other things or things that could seem a bit distracting in some way, shape, or form. We do have the 5 of Coins card here in reverse. Now, I do want to say as well that with the sun in Leo, especially coming into this month, you do want to kind of take the time a little bit to think about the fact that, how do I put this? So the shadow side of the sun being in Leo, which it will be in your 8th house of transformation and things of that nature. The 8th house is Scorpio energy, so it could be very deep internal transformation. What you don't want to do is kind of fall a bit off course in regards to the kinds of efforts that you're making towards new ideas, new projects. We do have the Page of Wands card here, which can represent like ideas or communication in a certain way or having a plan of action, though this is just a page, so it's like the beginning of something new. Allowing yourself to be open to that, yes, but also with the sun in Leo, because we have a lot of different energy that's coming up, especially once we actually get into the month of August, what you don't want to do is fall into a space where you feel a bit vain, because the shadow side of the sun in Leo could be overly independent, like overly, like not necessarily taking into consideration like other people's plans of action and things of that nature, or the things that you also want to make sure that you're taking into consideration in regards to like other projects or other people's projects and things of that nature. So just kind of like make sure that you don't fall, too much into like, it's okay to be definitely independent, don't get me wrong, but if you do remember me saying in a past video, like it's okay to be like very strong and have a bit of an ego this month, but you also want to take the time to make sure that you're doing it a bit humbly as well. Like, you don't want to come off vain, which could be the shadow side of it, where it's like you're too independent and like you're like thinking of yourself. But at the same time, you know, like I said, the sun in Leo is all about creativity, expression, doing the thing that is bringing you a sense of purpose or making you feel that like things are creatively changing or growing and things of that nature. We'll have a lot of this energy coming in, especially with Mercury moving into the sign of Virgo. And that's what I really wanted to touch on specifically, because with Mercury moving into its home sign of Virgo on the 25th, we do have Mercury preparing for a retrograde phase that will be coming up on August the 4th, right after the new moon in Leo. So with the sun in Leo currently now, as of the time that I'm uploading this video, which is bringing you this strong sense of purpose, drive, determination, and all of those things, which is wonderful as long as you're sort of aligned in a certain way that is bringing you a sense of purpose, creativity. Like I said, this energy in particular is helping you to really align and hone in towards the new moon in Leo happening on the 4th. Now, the new moon in Leo, new moons are new beginnings. It's very liberating. It's very exciting. It could be this very wonderful, like exciting, driven energy towards change in a certain way. Though with Mercury going retrograde on the 5th, you don't want to topple this energy over in a specific way that is going to completely throw things off, because Mercury is the planet of Mercury rules all things Gemini and Virgo. But when I think about Mercury, the planet itself, I really do think about the sign of Gemini, because Gemini is really good at communicating, kind of having ideas that work in tandem with a lot of different other things, because it is a mutable sign. I mean, both Virgo and Gemini are both mutable, but Mercury itself, it's such a fast moving planet where Gemini energy, when Mercury's in Gemini, it's all about like information. It's all about like understanding how things work in a specific way. Also, Mercury is the fastest moving planet in the cosmos. And so the difference between Gemini and Virgo is that Virgo is very much about the small details. It's very much about organization skills and like taking the time out to make sure that you are connecting with the right kinds of people too. Yes, it has a lot more to do with networking and social skills, things of that nature. And so just as much as it's both about people, the difference here is that with Mercury moving into Virgo, the thing about Virgo is, if you know Virgos or if you understand Virgo energy, one of the really cool things, some people kind of don't, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty good at like understanding the energy itself, but Virgo energy could also be very critical. That's one of the things that like people kind of understand about Virgo, is that it can be pretty critical in regards to how it feels about certain things and things of that nature, where Gemini is kind of more of like, you know, like it could be this way or it could be that way. Like it's a twin. So it has a lot of this sort of energy where it kind of understands that like, you know, we could work with this or that. So that's the difference between Mercury ruling both Gemini and Virgo. Virgo is very critical. Now, on the other hand, with Mercury going retrograde in Virgo, that's not to say that like having a critical eye is a bad thing. It's actually kind of a good thing to be a bit critical or have like an understanding as to like what works for you and what doesn't and things of that nature. So with Mercury going retrograde on the 5th, we could become very critical. We could be feeling like, okay, well, I definitely want to make sure that like the things that I'm working with and the things that are bringing me a level of success is, you know, good for me and like working for me and like working with others too, like taking the time out to like work with ideas and things of that nature, that so that you're not falling into this space where like if you're being too vain or too abrupt in a certain way, it could throw things off. So the 10 of coins is like, this is success. This is the drive, the determination that you have towards growth and plans and things of that nature. While this 2 of coins energy is about having the plans that are necessary in order to keep things steady and to make them grow and to have, you know, for them to prosper. So what I would say here in regards to like all of that I just said is, especially at this time, coming into this month, I mean, that is something that I definitely would take into consideration a lot later, but you want to make sure that you do the work now so that you understand the growth, the process, and the changes that are coming up in regards to the shifts of energy at a later time. So how I would look at this is just to kind of think about, and take into consideration like everything that you've learned the past few months from the start of what could have seemed like shopping for sheets or bedding or clothing, and flipping it to the next level and elevating it and elevating the energy around you in regards to like where you started. So remain humble, remain steady, and then just flip the energy. And the reason that I say that is because right around this time, as we come out of this Capricorn full moon, and as we're stepping more and embracing more of the Leo season energy with the sun in Leo, which is very vibrant, very, fun. It's a good time to just, explore and connect and have a really good time and things of that nature. The moon cycles as well are going to flip. They are officially flipped. They will come more into like a more of an understanding as to what that means when we have the new moon in Leo. So that will be the first new moon after this full moon, new moon that we've had for over a year now, where it's been full moon, new moon, and it's going to flip to the new moon, full moon. So in particular, with Mercury going retrograde on the 5th of August after the new moon in Leo, that energy, when Mercury does go retrograde, again, like I said, Mercury rules all things communication. It can also have a lot to do with like networking, things of that nature that could go a little bit awry. It also rules over travel as well, and like going places and things of that nature. So I would just suggest, maybe staying your ass at home and maybe not going anywhere. And that's okay. It's okay to just kind of like do your thing and have fun. And that's probably the best thing for this month, okay? Just letting you know, like, you kind of don't want to be traveling right now, especially if you're a Virgo. All right, you guys, so let's keep going. Now, a lot of this energy will be in your 9th house of Sagittarius, which could mean broader thinking and a spiritual pursuits around money matters, especially with a lot of this 8th house energy. And so this could be a really good time to start setting into place a way of like connecting with people and like bringing more people in, or having new ideas towards money making matters. And that's going to be a really significant energy, especially coming into this month. By the way, I am offering personal readings, so there is a list of information down below in the description box regarding what readings I do offer. I just finished the list that I just had. If you're interested in one of those readings, definitely check out the information in the description box. You do have to book by email, and so if you do want to book one of those readings, just let me know, shoot me an email. And I will say that it will probably more than likely take like at least 48 to 72 hours because I'm usually typically pretty busy.